It's me. I'm back with my week of wisdom, and for this week, I've been thinking a lot about basketball. I've finally decided to finish my career. I'm not going to go on and play professional. I had the opportunity to talk with quite a few agents, and I just decided it wasn't what was best for me and my family, and my wife, I should say. I love her. But as I was reflecting, there's something that I learned that I wanted to share, and that is that hard work doesn't mean much without consistently working hard. And what I mean by that is that no matter how hard you work, in my experience, all the success I've had, particularly with basketball, playing collegiately at a JUCO for 2 years, Snow College, and then playing at Westminster for 2 years, and then the opportunity to go on and play professional, it all came because I consistently worked hard at things that I wasn't good at things that I wanted to improve on, and things that I knew were important in order to move on to that next level. An example of that, kind of giving you a little bit of my story with regards to basketball, would be when I was in junior high. That was the first point where I needed to try out for a basketball team, where up to that point it was just junior jazz. You could walk on, your dad was the coach, or someone you knew was the coach, or whoever it may be. But at this point, once I got into junior high, I had to try out. And for those of you who know me, you might know that I got cut my first year of tryouts at Brockbank Junior High. I also got cut my second year, and I also got cut my third year. So I actually didn't play any junior high basketball. Now I remember the first time I got cut, they put it up online, and you would go and look, and you would see if your name was there and see if you got to come back for the second cut. So they had a first cut, second cut, third cut every year. And I remember I went in after we were done with our tryouts. I went home, I went and looked online, and I felt like I stared at the screen for hours, waiting for them to upload it, refreshing, and finally it was uploaded and I was cut the first year on the first cut. Didn't even make it past first cuts. At that point, I cried, but at that point I also decided that I was going to work my butt off to get better. And so I would get up at 5:30 a.m. almost every day, Monday through Saturday at least. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'd go play with my dad and some other guys at 5:30 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and on most Saturdays, not all Saturdays, I would just go play outside in the front yard with my dad. It was all strict workouts, all working on post moves mostly, and just getting better as a player. And I did that for an entire year. And then tryouts came a second year at Brockbank Junior High. I made it past first cuts, I got cut on second cuts. Then the third year came around, I made it past first and second, and I got cut on the final cut. And I didn't play any junior high basketball. And at that point, I made a decision of, do I want to keep doing this? Is this something that I really care about? Is this worth that much to me, that I'm willing to sacrifice so much time and work this hard for a whole nother year? Thankfully, I decided to make that decision, and it's changed my life ever since. I worked out for another year, did the same schedule, added in new things, tried to get better. My sophomore year, which is in Utah, it's kind of weird, so you get your freshman year, you're in junior high still, but my sophomore year, I tried out for the high school team for the first time, and I made it. And not only did I make it, but I even got to play some varsity time as a sophomore because I'd worked my butt off. And the coach was amazed that I hadn't played organized, like competitive basketball up until this point. But the reason I share that story is simply because working hard needs to be consistent. You've got to do it each and every day. And the more you do it and the more consistent you are over a long period of time, that's when success really happens. And that's been one of the number one things I've learned with the game of basketball. The more and more that I worked out consistently worked hard, the better and better I got, and the higher and higher my game was elevated to the point where I am now. The opportunity to play professionally, and I've loved it. I've loved this game. I'll always love this game, and thanks for watching.